So I thought it was about time for an update. I'm really sorry that it's been so long since I posted anything, but I think we've all learned by this point that I'm useless at posting regular videos. So I just wanted to give an update because my last video was about my surgery and I was only very recently post-op. So I wanted to give an update on everything that's been happening since my surgery and how things are going at the moment. So I've got a list of things that I thought I'd cover in this video, and hopefully it'll give everybody the update that they've been waiting for. I've had lots of messages. Thank you very much for those. So anyway, my current dress size after surgery and everything is still between a 10 and a 12. It depends where you shop. So since losing weight, that's what I've learned. If you go to somewhere like New Look, you're probably a size 12. If you go to Primark, you're probably a 12 as well. Other places like H&M and stuff like that, I could be an 8 or a 10. So it completely depends where you shop. And it depends on the cut and what type of clothes it is. So size doesn't really matter. But at the moment, about a 10 to 12. And my current weight is 11.5 stone. So I have put on a little bit of weight over the last few months. Straight after my op, so before my operation, I was 11 stone before I had my tummy tuck. And straight after my op, I weighed exactly the same. So even though I had skin removed, I can't remember how much they even said now. I think I said it in my last video. But despite having all my skin removed, and I also had lipo, I weighed exactly the same after surgery and I didn't lose any weight at all. And then in the last 6 months, I've put on half a stone through poor choices and through my own fault. So after my operation, I hadn't been going to the gym at all. My diet was really poor. Obviously, I can still only eat small portions. And I thought on this video, I would put some photos of the type of portion size I can eat now that I'm 2.5 years post-op, so that you can see. I had a previous video where I showed a portion that I had of a curry that I could eat at the time. And my portion size hasn't really changed very much. It's almost exactly the same, so tiny portions. But what I've found that I can do is snack throughout the day, which isn't good because I can eat lots of calories throughout the day by snacking and snacking on the wrong kinds of food. So eating things like crisps and chocolate and things like that sit really, really well in my stomach. Whereas if I eat a meal, it's really unlikely that I'd be able to keep that down, especially with meat and heavy food like a chicken breast. There's no way I could eat that. It would not stay in my stomach and I'd end up throwing it up. So I've almost avoided meals and I've just been eating snacks, which, as I say, it's really bad for calories. So diet has been an issue, but I'm addressing that in the last few weeks. Despite it being Christmas and New Year, I've been trying to eat better. And I've recently rejoined the gym in the last month. And in the last couple of weeks, I'm really trying hard now to lose the weight that I've gained and to get back into positive routines with my health and fitness, because I realised I was basically counteracting everything I'd already done. And although I wasn't putting on a massive amount of weight, I've not, gained a dress size or anything like that. I can feel it in myself that I've put on a little bit of weight, and I just want to get back down to my weight that was my original target, which is 10.5. So at the moment I'm working towards losing a stone, which in hindsight sounds like not a lot because I've lost like 11.5 stone in total. So a stone should feel like nothing, but actually that last little bit of weight is always the hardest to shift. When you first start, if you're huge, so when I was massive, losing a stone was easy. As long as I cut my meals down, I could easily lose a stone. Whereas when you're already almost the right weight, losing that tiny bit of weight is really difficult. So that's what I'm working towards at the moment. So I wanted to talk a little bit about some complications that I've had this year since my gastric sleeve. So I've had no problems at all since I had it. And then in the last year, I've started getting pain, a lot of pain in my stomach, and the top, underneath my diaphragm. And I've had 8 episodes this year of real acute, painful, real painful pain. to the point that on one occasion I called an ambulance, and on Christmas Day I was actually admitted to hospital just overnight because I was in such agony that they had to give me some morphine to cope with that. So I've seen my consultant about that, and they're querying whether or not I've got maybe a twisted stomach or an issue with my gallbladder or something like that. So that's currently being investigated, and I'm having an endoscopy this month to find out if there's something that needs corrective surgery or couldn't be fixed with something else. Or maybe there's no problem at all and I'm just being over dramatic with my pain. But I'm having tests to find that out. I've also recently started regular and omeprazole for acid, which I haven't experienced in the past. So for the first year I had no acid at all, it was never a problem with me. But for like the last 6-7 months I've been getting heartburn quite regularly, and so I've been put on regular omeprazole, which I have to take every day now. I've also been a lot better with my tablet taking, and I've been taking my multivitamins every day, and I've always been good with my B12 injections, but I've also been having those regularly. So I'm hoping that will start to improve how things are as well. And with my general health and fitness, with me feeling like quite tired, which originally I put down to my surgery, but then that's just gone on. So it's obviously something else. I'm just trying to do everything that I should be doing to make my situation better. In terms of my surgery, so after my tummy tuck and my lipo, everything's all healed. My belly button took a really long time to heal, because it's a wet area of your body anyway. It's just really difficult for that to heal, and I had a stitch that was stuck there after my surgery. It took a few trips to the GP to get that stitch out. And because of that, my belly button didn't heal for around 8 to 10 weeks. Which was very frustrating because I had to wear dressings all the time. I couldn't shower. I was having to strip wash, and also when you're post-op you have to wear a corset. So when I was wearing the corset plus the dressings, it was quite uncomfortable. But after 8 weeks it was all healed. Everything is fine now. The scars are healing really, really well. And I've been using bio oil sort of sporadically, not regularly, and the scars are fading really well. Obviously my scars were quite high compared to what you would normally expect with a 360, but because of my hip bone placement, he had to go quite high over my hips, so my scars are quite high. But I'm hoping to have a tattoo to cover that. Once I'm all completely healed and everything's fine, I'll probably have a tattoo over my back and up over my sides to cover the scarring. It's not a massive issue, it doesn't really bother me. Nobody gets to see it apart from me and my boyfriend, so who really cares? But just my own peace of mind really, that I would have that covered eventually. In terms of the results of my surgery, I've not been 100% happy with them, but compared to how I looked before I had my tummy tuck and how much skin I had, I don't have any skin there anymore, but I just don't have the toning that some people after they've had the surgery, because the muscles get stitched together, they end up with, lovely toned stomachs, nice and flat and like washboard abs, and I don't have that. But I haven't been exercising, I haven't been going to the gym, so that's why I've started working really, really hard to get the results that I actually wanted from my surgery and make it worth it. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm toning, I'm going to the gym. And because I'm not 100% happy with my results at the moment, I'm not going to be posting any photos of, my stomach and my back and that sort of thing at the moment. Once I'm happier with my results, which I will be because I just need to tone, then I'll post some proper picture updates of how I look at the moment. I've posted a few photos of full body shots clothed on my Instagram, but at the moment I'm not going to be going any further than that, so apologies, but there will be some updates in the future once things have started toning up the way I want them to. What I did think I'd post pictures of at the end of this video was some pictures of my transformation over the last decade, since it's a new year. Yay, happy new year. And I thought I'd post pictures of the 10-year difference of me. So 10 years ago I was huge. I was probably about 24 stone, really, really unhappy in my weight. And even though I'm not 100% happy with how I am, I don't think anybody's ever 100% happy. Obviously there's been massive changes, and seeing those side by sides are really positive, so I enjoy looking at them, and I thought that would be a positive thing to post at the end of this video. Other than that, I'm really sorry for my lack of updates. What I plan to do for my next video, God knows when that'll be, but whenever it is, I'm going to do a question and answer video. So I've had loads of questions on my videos about the surgery and how hard it is after, and diet after, and exercise after, and that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is gather a load of questions that people have asked and then do a question and answer video. That's my plan for my next instalment on Sue's weight loss journey channel. So if you do have any questions that you want answering, and please post them on this video and I will try and answer everybody. I get a lot of similar questions, so sometimes I might just cover a lot of people's questions in one go, but that's my aim for my next video. I realise there's been a lot of information in this video, and it's because I hardly ever post them, so I'm just trying to keep everybody updated. But Happy New Year, thank you for watching, and see you soon.